Okay, we are recording now. Okay, so today we're talking about establishing your target market and a marketing strategy called jab, 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 right hook. I promise you guys, it is not as complicated as it sounds. It's really not. I'm going to go over Success Club first because you guys are freaking rock stars. What I want you guys to understand is that whether you have points on the board or not, if you are doing your power hour, if you're inviting, if you're sharing your fitness journey, those things are going to pay off. Okay? So I'm proud of all y'all. And I'm kind of emotional today. So like I might cry later when I'm talking. Okay. So Success Club. At Success Club 24, crazy. We've got Tamara Lockhart and Michelle Hamilton. Awesome job, guys. That's crazy. Not sure if you guys saw the little video that I posted earlier, but I was talking about how many no's this number represents. Like how many people said no? A lot of people said no for these 12 people who actually joined. That is a true story. Lots of people are not ready at this time of year. And all of those no's represents an investment that coach made in terms of posting their fitness journey and inviting and talking to people, right? So look behind the points. Okay. At Success Club 10, we have Isabel, Candace, Taylor, Lindsay, Nikki, Lena, Anna, Courtney, Leslie, Katie, Tinsley, and April. Boom. Good job, guys. Success Club 5, Dana, Rhoda, Ashley, Carrie, Victoria, Deborah, Michelle, Allie, Amanda, Ann, Buffy, Carmen, Julie, Jessica, Kathy, Amelia, Candace, Amanda, again, April, Roseanne, Sarah, Jenny, Bianca, Kate, and Tracy. And again, like same as last week, I'm so freaking impressed at how many new coaches are on the board. It's awesome. Like so many coaches who are within the first few months of their business. Crazy awesome. Okay. This is like going to be a marathon. I really need to find a tune that I can make a song to out of this next time. That's my project for next week. Okay, at Success Club 4, Karina, Brad, Whitney, Andrea, Corey, Jacqueline, Morgan, Chelsea, Kristen, Stephanie, Tristan, Amy, Melissa, Jacqueline, Amanda, Lizzie, Lauren, Shelby, Scott, Linda, Jamie, Ashley, Tiffany, Basilia, and Lori. And guys, you're so close and you have you have a full week left in the month. You've got plenty of time to get to Success Club. Oh, we have so many unicorns this week. We almost never see Success Club 3. We've got Taryn, Stephanie, Michelle, and Tamara at Success Club 3. Awesome job, guys. Success Club 2, Nicole, Miranda, Jenny, Lisa, Christy, Cheryl, Yolanda, Margarita, Nellie, Mindy. Oh, hey, Mindy. Jeff, Joan, Shelly, Tamara, Erin, Christine, Shyla, Tara, Carrie, Brent, Megan, Tawny, Joanna, Raylene, Alex, Shauna, Autumn, Nicole, Arnold, Tara, Rhonda, Pamela, Janine, Rebecca, Louise, Lindsay, Linda, Whitney, Cheryl, Sarah, Robin, Alex, Amy, Cooper, Aggie, Melissa, Samuel, which is Anna. Good job. And at Success Club 1, we have Rachel, Crystal, Courtney, Marlon, Tamara, and Sarah. So yes, there is a reason that I like to go through all of the names. It's because it's a big deal and I'm very excited. So great job, guys. Super, super, super proud of the team. Okay, so I was having this conversation. Like, it's so funny how many of my team calls start with that. I was having this conversation about like my coaching journey and about my success over the last 3 years, like to the point where we're talking about retiring my husband. And despite my mentor's post, no, that has not happened yet. You guys will know first when that happens. But it's changed my life in so many ways. I don't have to work 50 to 60 hours at corporate anymore. And just the little things, like it's not a big deal to afford a retreat for the Diamond coaches in California. Like it's crazy. It's mind blowing. It's insane. I'm not saying that so that you guys are like, look at me, not at all. I want you guys to understand what's possible. And like, what wouldn't you do to change your family's future with an investment of like 3 to 5 years? What would you not do to make that happen for your family? When I started as a coach, and I learned after I signed up as a coach that you actually, like, you sign up other coaches. I did not know that when I signed up as a coach. I did not like that when I signed up as a coach because I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I really didn't understand. But what I told my mentor was, I will clean toilets for 5 years. I've told you guys this before. If that means that, guys, can you not yell for a little bit? I don't know how the sound is for you guys. Sorry. Grandma's playing with them. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, like, I basically said, I will do anything if in an investment of 5 years, I can make that happen. And I didn't know that I was going to more than replace my corporate salary in 2 years. I was prepared for 5 years. That would have been okay with me, right? I was willing to put in the investment and do what it takes. So I want you guys to think about that. And it's so funny, when I started coaching, it was all about me, it was all about growing my business and my income. And that's kind of okay when you start. You kind of need that. You need to be really focused on your journey and your goals and all of that stuff. And like, this mindset shift sort of started to happen where I thought about financial goals, and it wasn't enough to like fire me up anymore. It was so weird because I'm such like a numbers person, but truly and honestly, and I thought coaches were lying when they said this, when I heard it on the National Wake Up Call. But the reason I do this now is because it's my calling in life to help you grow a business. It's my calling in life to help you change your life and to have the life that you want and to afford the kind of life that you want and the time that you want with your family. Like, for real, that is what I want to do. So I just want to ask you guys the question, like, what are you willing to do to make that happen for yourself? Because I can promise you that you're going to have to step so freaking far out of your comfort zone. It's not even funny. You'll do it once, and then you'll do it again, and then you'll do it again. And every time you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm comfortable. Like, I'm starting to get this. There's going to be something else you're going to have to do to get really uncomfortable with again, right? And it's going to be different for everybody, but that is the difference between a coach who is successful and a coach who is not. It's the willingness to get uncomfortable, and progressively more so. And you know what? Like, that ability to get comfortable with discomfort, to learn new skills, to get into things that don't feel comfortable for you at first, it gives you so much confidence as you go. Like, I could barely post about especially when I started posting about coaching, like, I had like mini anxiety attacks. I hated it at first, but I got comfortable. And now I'm more passionate about the coaching side of this business than I am anything else. Like, I want to help you grow an income. Okay. So I just want to start our whole team call out with that. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're comfortable right now with hanging out in the Fit Republic team page and you haven't yet hit Success Club, figure out what the most productive thing that you could do is that's uncomfortable for you, and start consistently doing that one thing. If it's posting your fitness journey on social media, swallow your pride, and whatever like other people are going to say, the criticisms that you're going to get, just put it out of your mind. Right? Get uncomfortable and just post it. You're going to be so surprised at the positive feedback that you get. And then you'll start to realize that when you post, it's actually not about you at all. It's about the people that you're going to inspire. If you're somebody who's like familiar and comfortable hitting Success Club 5 and you haven't started to grow a team yet, like, and don't get me wrong, whatever you're doing, I'm proud of you, really. But I'm challenging you as well to step outside of where you are now. If you're hitting Success Club 5 and that's where you're like kosher, you're good there, then make it Success Club 10. And you know what? Go for it in December when it's hard. Do it. Just step outside of your comfort zone and there's something that Tony Robbins says. He says, if you try to do something, like picture yourself going up to a brick wall and trying to push it over, you're expending all of this energy, right? And nothing happens. But if you instead, like, just visually imagine, go to the brick wall and freaking push it over, you expend the same amount of energy, right? It's the same amount of, guys, I need you to stop screaming for a bit, please, okay? My 3-year-old, he's like, okay. You're expending the same amount of mental energy for both of those pictures, and it is seriously such a good analogy for your life. If you try to do something, you're expending so much energy trying to do that thing. If you make it a non-negotiable and you're gonna freaking do it no matter what, you're expending the same amount of energy, but you get something, right? Okay. Just one more scenario that I need to throw out there. If you're familiar with Hitting Success Club 5 or Hitting Success Club 10, and challenge groups have become kind of your thing and you're getting good at it and that's sort of your comfort zone, I was there. I get that. I was there. The fitness side of things was very comfortable for me pretty quickly. Now it's time to challenge yourself and begin growing a team and investing into other people. The great thing about it is when they earn a paycheck, when they earn money, when they change their own lives, then your life also changes. If they earn, like, for what family wouldn't $300 a month be helpful? Like, I don't even know anybody for whom that wouldn't be helpful. If your brand new coach earns $300 that month, that will make a difference for them, and your income will grow as a result. It's very awesome. Like, I can't even imagine a better business than what we do. I can't. And I'm like, maybe I'm biased, but I think everybody should be a coach. I totally do. Okay. I'll get off of my soapbox now. And we'll start talking about target market. So in terms of target market, there are lots of like little exercises that you can do that will help you clearly define who your target market is. I'm not doing that today because in my world, simple is best. Simple means that you're going to execute and you're actually going to take a step, as opposed to if you do this like big complicated exercise, then you're going to be tempted to wait until you're perfect to actually do something. And I'm recording, Ellie. And it really, really matters that you take an imperfect step. An imperfect step is 100,000 times better than waiting to do something because it's not perfect yet. You get nothing for that, despite all of the work that you do to prepare, right? So in terms of target market, I have defined it very, very simply. It is your lifestyle plus your personality plus your interests. That's it. By lifestyle, I mean, I'm a mom. That's my lifestyle. I have the family sort of lifestyle. If you're single and you have no kids, that's your lifestyle. It's simple. It's one word, mom. Okay? That's my one word, mommy. Personality, you know, you got to put yourself out there. Like Sarah Wolf, oh, I love you, girl. She posted, I saw a post that she did the other day in one of her groups, and it was just so her personality. Like, she just puts herself out there, and I love that. That is what's going to draw your people. It's not like, I can't tell you post this to show your personality, right? But post on your page as if you're talking to a friend. Like, my vernacular when I talk to my friends is very different than when I'm writing out an email to corporate Beachbody, right? But when I started as a coach, it was really difficult for me because I still had the very corporate sort of mindset. That's where I came from. I was an executive with a national shipping company. And so for me, whenever I wrote an email or whenever I typed something out, it had to be very polished and put together, and like it had to sound very professional. And it was a huge learning curve for me to realize that you post like you talk. So when you do a post, read it out loud. Does it sound like you're talking to a friend? When you post something, the best compliment you could get is for a friend to tell you, I could so hear you saying that. When I read that post, I could so hear you saying that, right? Like, for example, sometimes I'll post something like, I love the crap out of this, because I say that in real life. That's like a phrase that I use in my life that my friends are familiar with, right? Or I love that so freaking much. I will say that in conversation. So things like that, like try to actually pay attention to your words when you're talking, right? And that is how you should post on your social media. Your personality should come through. Okay, so lifestyle, very simple. Like I said, your personality, just talk like you. And then thirdly, your interests. What do you care about? Like, for me, it's kind of shallow. I love fashion. And honestly, working out has been a passion of mine since way before I started as a Beachbody coach. So like, I love fitness wear. I love to talk about working out. I could talk all freaking day about workouts and weightlifting and different methods, like different modalities, and how like all of that stuff really actually interests me. So I posted about that. If you're interested in crocheting, put it on your page. If you're great with makeup, do that kind of stuff. If you are a really organized mama and your house is like immaculate most of the time and you have like things color coded and labeled and stuff like that, then that is one of your interests. And like, please teach me, because I know nothing about that stuff, right? But there are lots of mommies who would love those kinds of tips. Roll with whatever you're actually interested in. This goes to that authenticity piece that Arnaud was talking about on our last team call, for those of you that were there, right? This totally goes towards that, like being super genuine and authentic. Just be who you are. You don't have to polish up. You don't have to make it pretty. In fact, I have to show you. To illustrate my point, I'm just going to show you this photo that I just posted on my timeline. This is like, when I call my mom or my sister, I always do the like double chin sort of thing, so I look as nasty as possible. So I took a screenshot of that and posted it, because that's totally my personality. Am I like making sense here? Let me just think of a few other things that could be possible interests. If you're like super good at getting your kids to eat broccoli or like vegetables or stuff like that, like, I don't care if you bribe them to do it. If you get them to do it, if you're good at that, then you can post that. I totally bribed my kids to eat salad tonight with Smarties after. That happened. But you know what I mean? Like stuff that you're interested in, your strengths, whatever your strengths are, people want to know. If you're a photographer, for example, I know my girl Sarah is a photographer, give people tips on taking photos just in their life, right? You can give people tips on lighting. You can give, like, I give selfie tips on my page sometimes, because the mamas that follow me are also kind of vain, right? So I give selfie tips on my page every so often. I'm trying to think of more. Maybe we'll discuss a little bit more after, but whatever your strengths are, whatever you're actually interested in real life, the things that you look up on Pinterest, the things that your friends ask you about, if you have a strength that your friends ask you, like, how do you do that? Talk about that stuff. Okay? I hope that makes sense. It's really not rocket science. It's you post about your life, you post the way that you would talk, and you post about things that you're interested in. And this is definitely going to be like a learning curve, right? So some of your posts are going to bomb. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Some of your posts are going to go without one like at all. And you're going to be like, they all hate me. They don't. But it just wasn't like, it wasn't something that really caught their attention. And that's cool. That's like, that is the work of becoming being a coach, is to learn, right? You learn by doing. So bare bones, let's take it right down to bare bones. If you have no idea what to post still, if you're still not really sure, but you know that you're a mom and you know that your house is super organized, right? You have a few different things that you can post about. You know that you should be sharing your workouts consistently, right? So if all you did was in the morning something related to your personal development, in the afternoon something related to either your fitness results or your workout or your nutrition, and then in the evening if you shared an article on whatever topic you're interested in, whatever that thing is for you, if you did that consistently and in different ways, within a month you would learn a lot about what people want to see and how they want to see it. Okay, it's just all about being consistent. I would recommend still posting. If you got under 1,000 likes on your page, definitely still do 3 posts per day. Oh, good point, Kathy. People will follow you because of who you are, not because you're a Beachbody coach. Yes, exactly. Nobody cares that you're a Beachbody coach if they don't know you. They're going to follow you because they feel like they can connect with you somehow. Right? I am not everybody's cup of tea. I sometimes get messages that aren't very nice every so often, right? Because I'm really not some people's cup of tea. But then I'm very genuine, so some people really love me. You know, be you. Be okay. Like, be okay with putting yourself out there. Be okay with not everybody liking it. That's cool. That is going to build your confidence, that in itself. Okay. Hold on one second. Oh, just a note. You're going to make up for in numbers what you lack in skill at first, right? So in terms of coaching, your consistency, posting 3 times a day, like you might, like I just said, some of these posts are going to bomb, but if you're consistent and you like every post is like a brick in the wall, right? It's like a thread in your tapestry on your page. And then over time, you're going to get familiar with what people want to see and how they want to see it. Okay, so let's talk jab, 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 right hook. Again, this is a book by Gary Vaynerchuk. If you look him up on YouTube, I've probably watched every single YouTube video he has up. I love his business acumen, and his marketing strategies are pure freaking gold because he's all about that authenticity, and I love that. Just word to the wise, he swears a lot. So if you are listening to Gary on YouTube, it's never bleeped out, so like earbuds in for real. But just some really spectacular information. So the whole premise of his marketing strategy is that you give, ask. So you give something of value, and you're not talking about them joining your challenge group every single day. You're giving them something of value. For example, tips on organizing your home, or color-coded labels, or knitting, or whatever, right? You're giving them something. You're also giving them a connection with you as you're sharing your story. That is something of value. Okay? You're also giving people inspiration when they see you being consistent with your workouts all through the Christmas season. When their skinny jeans don't fit, you're giving them something of value because they're putting it in their back pocket and they're like, maybe in January, right? Or like, oh my gosh, over time, I just got a message this morning on my Facebook page. This girl who's never joined a challenge group, she's never messaged me before. She's like, I just want to thank you for all of your inspiration. Those days when I don't feel like working out, I come check out your page and I'm motivated to go do my workout. I've lost 15 pounds just as a result. I'm going to cry. Just as a result of following my page. So she's been following my page for like a year and I've never heard a thing from her. And today she sends me a message to thank me for inspiring her. Like, that's crazy. So you're giving them something when you're sharing about your own fitness journey and as you're being consistent. Taryn, I can't not cry. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, so I got a little flustered there. So in terms of the whole jab, 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 right hook strategy, again, it's you give, and then you ask. right? So you're posting, you're doing your thing. Every time you post, you want to give them something. You want to give them connection, even entertainment. Sometimes I post like hilarious stuff or maybe a little offensive stuff on my page just because it's funny, right? That's giving people something. Inspiration and all of that stuff that we just talked about, right? And then the right hook is when you're asking for something in return. So when you're asking for something, that could be a free group that you're doing. That would be considered a right hook. It could also be a challenge group, call to action post. It could also be a coaching call to action post. Those are your right hooks. And just to clarify, it's not a 3-to-1 ratio. Okay. So it's not like 3 posts and then you ask for something. A better ratio is like 10-to-1, 9 or 10-to-1. Okay. So in terms of jabs and right hooks. So our little Fit Republic calendar, I don't even think I did one for November, sorry. Our little Fit Republic calendar is spaced out like that. So it was typically the first week of the month, you would do all your posting, and then Sunday night you would post your call to action for a free group. And then in week 2, you do your regular posting, give, and then you would post your call to action on Sunday night for your challenge group. And then the third week of the month, you give. And then on the third Sunday, you would post about whatever coaching resource we had, inviting people to join your team, right? So that's very much in line with the jab, right hook sort of philosophy. Okay. What I would love to see you guys do is to prepare for Sunday night, to post a call to action on Sunday night. So let's talk about that a little bit. We're going to actually do, because you have been posting your page or your profile rather, either one, hasn't been blank. You've been posting. So I'm not going to go through 10 posts with you. I'm going to go through 3 posts with you and then a right hook. Then I'm also going to take you back into the ads manager to show you how to actually promote those posts if that's something that you want to do. For the brand new coaches, don't promote your posts. You don't have a marketing budget yet. If you're making money as a coach, I recommend 10% of your income that you put it back into marketing. So if you made $150 last month, that's $15 this month, right? Okay. But we'll get into that in a minute here. Okay, so I want you to take like your jab, your 3 posts. Only one of them is going to be fitness related. Only one of them is going to be fitness related. Okay? If you have a before and after photo and you do not have a marketing budget, use the before and after photo for your fitness related posts. If you do have a marketing budget, please understand that Facebook will not allow you to promote a before and after photo. They will deny it every single time. Once somebody squeaked by with one and I was amazed, but they've declined every single one that I've ever tried. And I still seriously try it every so often, just in case, maybe it never works. It's just, they don't allow it, Nancy, just because sometimes people can use shady marketing tactics. A couple times people from the wrap company, I'm not hating, I mean, I don't agree with their products, but a couple of times a rep from that company took my before and after photos and was advertising their product with my photos. So anyway, it's just for that reason, right? It can get kind of dicey. That way. So yes, you cannot promote a before and after photo ever. Okay. But you can do like a picture of you working out, or you can do a photo of you flexing your abs in a sports bra. They'll allow that if you want, right? Like for your fitness related post, I would recommend, I just have this post-it note here all the time, and I'm just going to say it to you guys like every single week. When you do a call or when you post on your page, it's not a commercial, it's a story. Always, every single time. It's not a commercial, it's a story. I know you probably can't even read my writing. But when you do your fitness related post, I would post something about the way it was before compared to the way it is now. Just a snapshot, like a snapshot into your like whatever, if you've lost 5 pounds and you still have 50 more to go, there is still a difference. Okay, so say for example, you post about how you used to go into your closet and try on 5 different outfits to find something that wasn't tight and something that you could actually wear and be comfortable in. And now you can go into your closet and you can choose almost anything in there. Maybe your skinny jeans don't fit yet, who cares, right? So post a little snapshot of how it used to be and then a little snapshot of how it is right now with like fireworks and happiness, right? Excitement. If you're not excited, nobody's gonna be excited. So you gotta be excited, okay? Exclamation marks. Emoticons are like Frank's Red Hot sauce. They make everything better. Okay? Use emoticons. Use exclamation marks. Be like just like out of this world freaking excited. And your photo, like seriously guys, smile. Have like have a goofy smile on your face, right? Like I can't even tell you how many like fitness related posts or whatever I've seen and people they're like, no. Okay? Be happy. So that's your fitness related post. Only one of your jabs is going to be fitness related. The other 2 are going to be the other stuff that we were talking about. Lifestyle, for example. So whether you're a mom, whether you're single, whether you're a dad, whatever it is, it's going to be lifestyle related. You can sort of combine fitness and lifestyle if you want to, but make it more about the lifestyle than it is about the fitness. Okay? Something lifestyle related. And then the other post should be something interest related. If you like, oh, here's another skill. If you like get all this stuff at really good prices on these like buy and sell sites and all of that kind of stuff, I suck at that. You could talk about that if you're interested in that. If you like, I don't know, if you're DIY projects, yes. Also, I suck at that. I would follow that. Even though I would never do a DIY project, I would follow that page. If I like the person, that's a great idea, Yolanda. So yes, the other one should be interest related. Be yourself. Use the sort of vernacular that you use when you're talking to your friends. Okay? All 3 of these posts, that's the most important thing about it. Be you. Be you, but remember that the photos, you're marketing. That's what we do. You're marketing. Be like, make sure there's light. Make sure it's not a dark photo. Make sure you're not coming from this angle. Okay? And then like in front of a window or outside is the best always for photos. And make sure you look really happy. Okay? So those are the 3 posts that you're going to do. It is Monday. It's Monday. Of course it's Monday. We have our team call right now. So jab, 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 right hook. I'm going to say if you do one Wednesday and then one Friday, no, just kidding. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then your call to action is going to be on Sunday. Like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, it's not a hard and fast rule. I'm just recommending something, okay? Because you're generating interest in you and your page with these posts. So like spend some time on these posts, okay? Like don't just bang it out in 2 minutes. Look it over, talk, like say it out loud. Does it sound like you? Make sure it's a good photo. Sometimes if it's not like the best photo, then I use some really good filters on it, like put like 3 filters on it to make it look good. So spend some time on these. As I said, your jabs are to just generate interest in who you are and what you do. They'll know you do something related to fitness because you posted about that, right? And then the other 2, you just want to find common ground with people. Okay. And then your right hook should happen on Sunday night. Sunday early evening is the best time ever to post a call to action because people are sitting around, they're kind of getting ready for their work week. Sunday evening, everybody feels fluffy because they've been drinking beer or wine and eating chips like all weekend long. So Sunday night, they're like, I'm going to start tomorrow. You know it's true, right? Yeah. So that's why you post it on Sunday night. I'm going to recommend that you post it depending on your time zone. Like it's a little bit difficult that way, but I'm going to say a good general rule of thumb is like 4 p.m.-ish. Okay. That gives it some time. 4 or 5 p.m. You'll generate some traction, and then it's in the evening that it will probably really pick up speed in terms of engagement, like a little later in the evening. So your call to action post should begin with a snapshot of your story. Again, don't use the same one as you used in your fitness post, okay? People are really attracted to progress. People love progress. That's why they love before and after photos. That's why people who actually like me love to hear about my story from where I was before to where I am now. People love progress. That is what makes people feel alive, is to be making progress, right? If you have, like for me, for example, when I had 30 pounds to lose, I felt like a freaking smoke show after I had lost 10 pounds. I still had 20 pounds to go, but that 10 pounds made me feel like fierce, right? People are attracted to progress. If they see your progress, then they feel like maybe they can do it too, right? So in terms of your call to action, yes, do like a snapshot of before, talk about how it is now. Even if your progress is little, it doesn't matter. It's still progress and it's still inspiring. It's still inspiring, okay? And then at the end, you tell them what's in it for them, right? And then you tell them just a little bit about what to expect in the challenge group itself. Okay, so that should happen on Sunday night. If you guys want feedback on your jab, 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 right hook posts, I will review them. I'll totally review them. If you could post them in the Fit Republic and tag me, and do like your 4 of them all in a row, like do one post and then comment underneath with the other 3. You should totally do them before the day comes, like get them all done at once and then you don't even have to think about it. But I'll totally review them, tag me and your sponsor coach, if it's not me, in a post in the Fit Republic, and we'll take a look at them and offer some feedback. Okay? So that way you'll feel also a little bit more confident, I think, about posting them if you've gotten feedback from myself and maybe your sponsor coach as well. Okay, I'm going to show you, for those of you who have a marketing budget, I'm going to show you some stuff. Okay, so your ads manager is on your profile. Your ads manager is actually on your profile. It's not, well, you can access it from your page, but I'm just going to do it really simply right here. So ads manager is located on the left of your screen. I think you have to have a certain amount of likes or something in order to, I think, have a certain amount of likes in order to have an ads manager, like maybe 200 or something like that. So I'm going to show you how to promote a post that you've already done on your page. So click create ad at the top right. Okay, and then you go boost your post. The reason I'm showing you guys to do this from the ads manager instead of from your page, you guys, if you have a Facebook page, if you don't even have a Facebook page yet, you don't need one just because I'm saying this, okay? Promise. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you do have a Facebook page, you'll see that on the bottom right of each post, you have the option to boost that post. I wouldn't do it from there because then you're not targeting your audience like you should be. So you should be using the ads manager for the most part. I'm not going to get into advanced strategy. Sometimes I do use the one on my page, but not often. Okay, so you can just click here to see your most recent posts, right? So this is a before and after. There's no way that it would get approved. Okay. So I'll click on my food post that I did earlier. So set audience and budget. You need to use the same audience for every single post that you boost. If you're doing this, you use the same audience for every single post because you want these people to see your face, right? Over and over. So let's go with the example of, let's say you have a $20 marketing budget because last month you earned $200. Let's just say that, because then that makes math easy for me because I don't math. What I would recommend is just split it up evenly. You have 4 posts, you have 3 jabs plus your right hook. Just split it up evenly, $5 per post, okay? And then for 2 days. 2 days is important because if you just have it on there for 1 day, then it hasn't even had a chance to gain traction yet, okay? So I'm gonna speak kind of to the lowest common denominator of people who have a Facebook page, and I'm gonna say that you should be doing, if you're Canadian, then do Canada. If you're in the US, then do the US. Select your age range that's about 10 years within your own age range. So for myself, for example, I'm 31, 10 to 15 years-ish. Think about people that you connect with in real life. So my age range is between 26 and 42 because in some ways I'm super immature, in some ways I'm mature, I suppose. And then mine is just women because I speak that language. I'm talking to mommies. So that's just, yeah, I would recommend doing an age range close to you. And if you're a man, do men. If you're a woman, do women. Don't even input interests or anything like that. Just go to connections and go friends of people who like your page. You will have more credibility if they see that their friend likes your page. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? Let's say the daily budget is $5 and you wanna set a start and end date. They're always gonna make it a month automatically. That's silly. You don't make it for a month. So like do 2 days. Oh, just kidding. There we go. 2 days at $5, okay? Optimization for post engagement, and then do automatic, okay? And then you set the same target audience for every single ad that you do, okay? You guys might want to watch this back. Oh, Allie, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Allie says that the ads manager didn't show up for her until she boosted a post from her page first. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, Shauna. I filter to do 3 filters. I just do 1 filter and then I save it and then I do another filter. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, there's also a new app too on our phone that Facebook put on, and it's just for Ads Manager, and it makes it super easy. You can just click on it. I'll try to.
Yes.
It's called, yeah, and you can do the exact same thing right through your phone. It's just called Facebook Ads.
Can I see it? Can I see the app? Can you show the app?
Yeah. Where am I?
Right
here on the side. That one.
Yeah.
Facebook Ads, and you just click it, and then you can select your post and everything, and then select your audience if you have one, or do friends of friends, and yeah, it's super easy.
Awesome. Yes. So I would recommend, if you're like, especially if you're not a diamond coach yet, then I would recommend you do friends of people who like your page within that age range, same sex, because that is going to give you more credibility, right? And people who like your page are more than likely, it started with like your actual real, like 3D, 4D, real life, whatever, friends. And so they're probably going to have friends who are in the same sort of lifestyle, right, that they are. So if you have a lot of mommy friends, then they have a lot of mommy friends, and they have a lot of mommy friends, et cetera, et cetera. So it grows like that. 2nd degree of separation, 3rd degree of separation, et cetera. So this strategy works whether or not you're going to spend money into ads, okay? This strategy works if you're posting on your Facebook profile as well. You're sharing about yourself, right? You're connecting with people, and then you're posting about your challenge group. And but understand, this strategy builds on itself as you continue to use it, as you continue to be consistent. People will see you running challenge groups every freaking month. They will say nothing to you. Maybe they might not even reply if you invite them, but if they see you being consistent, then when they're ready, they will contact you, right? So don't expect it that it's going to be magical the first time that you do this. Don't even expect that it's going to be magical the first time you boost a post. It just doesn't work like that. There is a cumulative effect to this, and it's still crucial that you're inviting people. In fact, especially when I was like early into my coaching career, I was shocked at how many people saw my challenge group post but never responded, didn't even like the post. But when I sent them a private message to invite them, they're like, oh yeah, I saw that post and I was kind of thinking about it, but I didn't know what was all involved, right? So still send those invites and have that personal conversation with people, because you never know who's interested, even if they haven't liked that post. Okay. Wow. I need water. I tried to make this short. It was long. Sorry, guys. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, Yolanda, you can boost an event, but only if your page is the host of it. Your page has to host the event.
I have a challenge group that's starting on Monday.
Okay.
So does this still apply that I post a call to action Sunday night?
That's a really, really good question. Okay, so if you've already hit Success Club for the month, I would still recommend that you look forward into December, because the longer you go into December, the more distracted people are going to be, because the holidays are coming. That's a great question. So I have had to before run like 2 challenge groups at the same time because I needed to hit Success Club, right? So what I would recommend doing, what I'm doing for the month of December, is I'm going to post a call to action, but my challenge group doesn't start until January. So you could do that. Or if you think your people might want to start to get into it in December, maybe you can position it like, let's all not gain 10 pounds like most people are during the holidays. And then like you'll get a little bit familiar with the program. And then in January, we'll all hit it hard together and we'll all like do this together in January. So you could position it that way as well. So yes, I would still post a call to action on Sunday night. Any other questions?
So
Yeah.
would I make it for like January, say, kind of like what you're saying? If I did post a call to action through the month of December and then kind of wait to start it until January?
It depends on what you think your people would want. It depends on what your market would want. Like, what would you want? The best question is, what would you want? Would you want to kind of start now and then go hard in January, or would you just want to wait altogether until January?
I would probably want to start now already.
Well, then give them that option. Yeah.
Yeah. I had another question.
Ooh, listen, Karina is posting it like 2 for 1. Join now and get New Year's too. I like that. That's great.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Karina's she's a challenge group genius. So if she's doing that, I would do it. Carly, you know what? I used to run separate challenge groups all the time. I always had like separate groups for every challenge group. I don't do that anymore. And like, especially at this time of year, I did this sort of rolling start thing where people could start any Monday. Like they get their challenge pack and they can start any Monday. And that'd be great too, but for before the holidays, they can get familiar with the program now and then be ready for January to give it 100%. Any other questions, guys, about target market or anything like that? Ads?
I noticed that I don't get a lot of likes. I didn't start off with many friends on Facebook at all. I used to really be very particular about the friends that I accepted requests from.
Yeah.
And so I think I started with literally like 30 some friends on my Facebook page. So now I'm trying to build it up, but it's really slow. And I'm not finding, like you mentioned, if you were under like 200 likes, right? I don't even know if I've reached 100 likes yet for any post.
Oh, no, I'm not talking, I'm talking about 100 likes on your, like if you have a Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
The first thing that you need to do is do those 4 posts that we were talking about. Do your jab, 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 right hook. And like we talked about, post it in the Fit Republic and I'll give you some feedback on it. Yeah, exactly. And this is what I was just going to say. You're super consistent. The people, Whitney just posted that you're so consistent. You post about your workouts all the time, and that alone is going to generate interest. You're doing it right.
Okay, well, I know I don't post enough family related. Like, I've never been much of a